to welcome Akinni James to the Center Circle podcast here at Atlantic Soccer Media Group. Akinni, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thanks. Thanks for having me. How
All
are
right.
you doing?
Doing great, my man, and I'm very happy to be talking to you. I think actually the last time I spoke to you, you had just won the Golden Boot when you were at Seas United at the tender age of 17. Now you're a man. I see fuzz on your face. So you're much more mature now. And so what I wanted to do is kind of just ask you a few questions about your experience, being in the UPSL, going overseas, and then coming back now with Atlanta Rovers. So, first of all, how are you settling in at Atlanta Rovers FC? I know that you just really came back and you've scored, I believe, on your debut there. What's that feeling been like coming back to Atlanta Rovers?
I'm enjoying playing with Atlanta Rovers a lot. I actually knew the coach from my youth career, and I haven't completely gelled with the team
Okay.
yet, but I'm definitely getting there. Still learning how everyone plays, but it was good learning, and we had a good result with the first game, and I think I understand my teammates better now and the systems that they play, etc. So
I mean,
hopefully
it's
it'll be a good season.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's what a great start. I mean, against Atlanta United Academy, one of the premier teams in our division, you get a goal and as well as a comprehensive win over them. So that's got to be good for not only for you but for the team itself, I would imagine. So
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah. So when you were first in the UPSL, let's go back a little bit. You won, yeah, I think it was your first season there at Seas United with David Largy at 17 years of age, won the Golden Boot. Seas, struggled a bit as a team, but you excelled individually, and I think that you're a reason why that team was in contention. But but then you've had a stint with other teams, and then you had a chance to go overseas to play. What was that like to go overseas to play football?
So it was good. I learned about different styles of football. I grew tactically as a player because one thing is with every team has a different style of play. They have the coaches have different opinions on what should be done in the game. So it was good adapting and understanding how the Italians like to play football, etc. Because I went to play in Verona, Italy. And I would have liked to at least finish the season there, but I got a bad injury, and that was the reason why I came back. So took some time to recover, but I got in contact with Coach AB and Coach Kean at Rovers, and I've been getting fit, and just so I'm enjoying the experience. I'm enjoying playing football again. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it sounds like there were some positives, but like you said, there was an injury that was a negative there. But overall, do you feel like both those experiences made you grow as a player, maybe become a more mature player now that you're with Atlanta Rovers?
yes, I would say so. I think when I was in Italy, I learned a lot in terms of my off the ball movement, and I think now I'm able to adapt to different styles of play quicker
Well, I mean,
than
it's real.
before. So
Yeah, yeah. I imagine that would have been a difference too, being in Italy. And what was the team you were with in Italy?
it was called ASD Sona Calcio.
Okay. And can you contrast like the coaching that you received there to what you're now receiving with Coach AB there at Atlanta Rovers? Is it similar or is it vastly different or is it different but just as good? I mean, are you getting enough out of it just like you did in Italy that you mentioned?
I would actually say I think it's quite similar because based on well, I've only played one game with Rovers, but based on the formation we played in that game and the style of pressing, it was kind of a similar philosophy to the team that I was playing with in Italy. So
Right.
Yeah, I think it was similar, and that probably also contributed to how I was able to immediately come in and understand the tactics that they were using in that game. I don't know if it will be the same approach in the rest of the matches. I think it changes based on each game, but that game was good. I think I adapted quick to the tactics in that one.
Well, it certainly looks so. Even scoring a wonderful goal, great finish. I saw the highlights from Coach AB, and it looks like you settled in really fast. And I'm sure there's still some gelling that you have to do. But with this new look Atlanta Rovers side, I mean, what do you hope to accomplish both individually and as a team this season? I know you're kind of new and you got to get to know the guys and everything, but what do you hope will happen?
Well, I hope to personally, individually, I always hope to just score a lot of goals, as many goals as I can, and be consistent. Uh, don't waste any of my chances. Um, that's always my personal goal. And then from a team standpoint, we want to win the national title. Uh, Coach told me they've won, and I've seen it on UPSL social. They win the Georgia division a couple of times, so uh, only up from here, and
Right.
that's the national title. So that's the goal.
Yeah, there's been a lot of success there at Atlanta United, and I think that you're a piece that they have been missing that now is going to help them get to that next level. You know, like you said, back-to-back regional cup wins, and I think there was the disappointment last season. I think there was a lot of strife, maybe in the locker room to some degree. Not going to go into that, but I think the results show that there was a negative effect last season. This season, it looks like a totally different team. And now with you in there, I think it really is going to be a missing piece that they need there. So we look forward to that. So now we have the game that we're going to be broadcasting this coming weekend against UMA, a team that is struggling this season. What's it like preparing for this game? Do you know? I know you can't go into too much to give it away, but do you know what your participation will be like in that game, or is it not yet made firm yet?
Um, well, I'll be playing in that match.
Okay.
Um, and as far as preparation goes, um, I think Coach Coach AB and Coach Can they do a lot of background and research on all the teams before they go into it. Before we played against Atlanta United, they had a detailed analysis that and all of the players knew what their roles were before the
Yeah.
matches. So it'll be the same thing uh, in regards to this match.
It'll
So
be an interesting game. UMA is a team that was in Division 1 last season, as you probably know. They won Division 1. They lost some players to college though, and so some of their standout players are not available. But still, they've played well, even though they haven't earned a point yet. And so there's going to be some hunger there, I'm sure. And Coach Andrew at UMA is a very strong coach and a very patient coach. So it should be a good contest, and we look forward to that. But I don't want to take too much of your time now. I know that you're still preparing for the weekend, probably getting ready for training tonight. But I just want to thank you for taking time out here to talk to us a little bit. And we look forward to talking to you again a little bit later in the season as the season goes on, and we'll see the progress of Atlanta Rovers. Lastly, I'd like to ask you, is there anything that you'd like to say to the fans in thanks, or just that you're glad to be back or anything like that before we close it out here?
yeah, I'm glad to be back, and also there were a lot of people supporting us in the last match. So I'd like to say thanks for that. I think Atlanta Rovers has a good community, good following. So I'm enjoying uh, getting to know everyone and and playing for the team, etc. So
All
yeah.
right. Great stuff, man. I appreciate that. I'm sure the fans appreciate that as well. So I'll close it out now. And like I say, we look forward to featuring you here on the weekend as we get ready for the fourth weekend match weekend. And again, like I said, I hope to have you again sometime soon. So thanks again for coming, and we'll see you on the weekend.
Okay, thank you. See ya.